Whoa, these past few videos performed a lot better than expected. Every now and then this channel gets spikes in viewership and subscribers, but this is definitely the biggest one yet. So for the new viewers who found this channel, welcome to Marginal Rambles. As the name implies, I ramble about essentially anything, but for now I ramble about cartoons like The Owl House. I'll talk more about that show as we get closer to its finale on April 8. But for now, let's take a bit of a break from it and talk about Amphibia, which is another show that I love. There are many reasons why I love it, but the main reason is its characters, like Anne, Sasha, and Marcy. I already made videos on each of these characters on why they are so well liked and praised by viewers like me. But to sum up those videos, these three characters were very flawed but had redeeming qualities that allowed viewers to relate to them extremely well. In addition, these three also have rather quirky personalities that made iconic moments possible. Overall, there's just a lot to like about these trio of characters, and I doubt anyone will dispute that. However, their popularity overshadows another amazing trio of characters in this show, which are the Plantars. And that fact kind of saddens me because I genuinely think these three are so underrated in more ways than one. That's why I want to talk about them today. It's time to give the Plantars the praise they deserve. In my view, Sprig, Hop Pop, and Polly are some of the best characters in Amphibia, and in some ways, they are actually better than Sasha and Marcy, who are often talked about more than the main characters. For one, the Plantars are more important to the show's story. While Sasha and Marcy are very important, the fact that the Plantars appeared in nearly every episode of Amphibia goes to show they are just as important as Anne in this story. In fact, while Amphibia is officially about Anne with her as the main character, the show is arguably about the Plantars as well, and I'll elaborate more on this point later on. Of course, importance is one thing, but how well are they written? In my view, they are just as well-rounded, funny, and relatable as the Calamity Trio. Sprig, in my view, has always been Anne's greatest friend, even after the events of the show. I mean, there is a reason why Sprig is considered Anne's first true friend, according to the show's initial synopsis. Despite having to put up with a lot of the flaws that Anne had in the beginning, he stuck by her due to the fact that she showed signs of empathy towards him, so it was logical for him to return the favor. Meanwhile, Hop Pop is what you expect from an old adult authority figure that we have seen in other Disney shows in the past few years.
Ugh, adults are all the same. Curfews, rules, old.
That is not to say Hop Pop is a generic character though. Far from it. Out of all the Plantars actually, Hop Pop had the most iconic lines, and it's easy to see why.
Say what? Forget higher learning or big opportunities. You belong at the bottom of the socioeconomic barrel with me.
Yay! Wait, is this a good thing? Oh, what the heck. Yay!
I don't feel safe.
Then there's Polly, who is essentially a combination of Sasha's physical strength, anger, and overall power, and Marcy's intelligence. Those characteristics alone have led to some amazing moments with her.
Whoa! Darcy's RSSI levels must have dropped below negative 70 dBms! Still not used to you being smart. Let's light 'em up! Oh, wait a sec. That's better.
I can go on listing off a lot of the great attributes the Plantars had that made them great characters. But there is one quality that makes this frog family arguably better than every other character in the show, and that is their empathy. No other character in the show was as empathetic as the Plantars since the very beginning of Amphibia, and this fact is why they are so important to the story. You see, prior to when the Calamity Trio were trapped in Amphibia, and even during some parts of Season 1 and 2, Sasha and Marcy did not really show that much empathy to Anne compared to during Season 3. To be clear, that is not to say they did not care about her, but they often put their interests ahead of Anne. And she kinda did the same thing as well with Marcy prior to their adventures, and to Sasha during True Colors. Fortunately, the lesson of empathy and putting one's well-being ahead of your own is something that these three eventually came to learn and accept. But there is a reason why Anne learned that lesson way sooner compared to Sasha and Marcy, and that's because of how Sprig, and the Plantars at large, treated Anne early on. Unlike Sasha and Marcy, where they were essentially treated as assets to achieve a greater goal by Grime and Andres respectively, at least early on in the show, the Plantars had no hidden motive for why they took care of Anne. It was just them acting in good faith, and that's something that I feel like not a lot of people emphasize.
I just wanted the house to be safe while you guys were taking this big trip for me.
Anne, we're not taking this trip for you. We're taking it with you.
We got your back no matter what.
Thanks, fam. That means a lot to me.
Now, it is true that Grime and Andres' friendships with Sasha and Marcy respectively eventually grew to become genuine, but their friendship was more of an unintended consequence of their cooperation more than anything when you think about it. Meanwhile, Anne and the Plantars' mutual love for each other was genuine from the start. In other words, they really are the heart of the show in more ways than one. Now, that is not to say the Plantars are perfect Mary Sue characters. Like most characters, they have flaws. Sprig is hyperactive, impulsive, lacks a long attention span, and cannot remain still when he has to. In fact, Matt Brawley in a Reddit AMA actually hinted at Sprig probably having ADHD, which would explain why he is the way he is, and I'm sure those who have that form of neurodivergence can relate to him because of these traits. Polly, meanwhile, can be destructive, resisting, and impulsive like his older brother. Then there's Hop Pop, who, like his counterparts in other shows, share the same flaws of being overly controlling, caring too much about money, hiding secrets from loved ones, and feeling massive guilt for what he did in the past. However, similar to other character flaws that made the Calamity Trio relatable and interesting to us, these flaws also made the Plantars more relatable and interesting too. Even though they may be frogs, they are just as human as other well-written characters in this show. Now, just to reiterate, Sasha and Marcy are still amazing characters, and their personalities and stories will always be fun and interesting to me. In fact, one of the upcoming videos I have planned is going to be about Marcy, so I genuinely mean it when I say that. But characters like Anne and Marcy are amazing to me because I relate to them a lot and allow me to accept who I am more. But characters like Sprig, Hop Pop, and Polly are great to me because they are people who I want to become. I want to be kind, funny, strong, intelligent, and empathetic to others. While it has been hard for me, admittingly, to do that, especially when it comes to meeting new people in person, I am slowly but surely improving, and seeing these traits, whether it be from real people or fictional cartoon characters, can be inspiring for me to strive for those qualities and become better. Well, not gonna lie, I did not expect this video to become this serious, but yeah, that goes to show how much I like the Plantars and why you guys should appreciate them more as well. If you have any positive opinions on the best frog family or Amphibia in general, write them down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more content like this. Also, thanks again to those who support this channel through YouTube memberships, along with everyone else who watches these videos. Anyways, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great day. See you in the next one.